welcome back to my channel. My name's Kelsey and this is my channel Ruffalo Reads. Today I have for you an awesome sports romance recommendations because I feel like I've read quite a few at this point and there's definitely some standout stars within this little subgenre of romance. So if you have not yet, please subscribe to my channel for more content from me. I'm going to be having my August wrap up pretty soon and July TBR, so stick around for that. And without further ado, let's get into all the sports romance books. First off, I also just wanted to address my shirt. Today is my son's 7th birthday party, so I'm super excited, very pumped up. He started football this year and you know, it's just super exciting being able to go see him practice, see him do his little games. It's adorable. Anyways, just wanted to address that. They are out getting some supplies for the party, so I have like a minute to film. So here we are. Sorry there was no videos last week, but also I don't love this setup of mine at all. I just have this bookshelf kind of in the corner of my bedroom, and I do have bookshelves out in the hall, but I don't know, there's no good lighting there either, so I'm trying to figure out what I want to do going forward. But anyways, the sports romance that I'm going to be talking about today, there is a plethora of sports, so it's not just going to be like hockey or which I feel like there's so many hockeys, but it's not just going to be hockey or football or whatever. There's some different ones, so let's get into it. Okay, light flickering, thank you. Can you not? Okay, anyways, start with an oldie but a goodie, and that is Him by Serena Bowen and Elle Kennedy. I read this one a few years ago. I can't remember if I gave it 4 or 5 stars, but this is an MM romance. It's kind of second chance. It's between two boys who met at a hockey kind of away camp, and there was a dare involved, or like a bet, and led to something happening that both of them enjoyed, but one kind of left the situation feeling uneasy because he was like, what was that kind of thing. So flash forward to the future, one is like this big hockey star, another is coming onto the team or helping the team in some capacity, but anyways, they're basically forced to be around each other again, and the one is like either engaged or married or something, definitely not trying to think about his sexuality really, I'd say, and then the other is like definitely out and fine with it, and this is their love story, and there's lots of hockey involved, there's lots of steamy scenes involved. Yeah, there is a second one to this as well. I think it's a duet. It's him and then there's us. I've never read Us, but yeah, I would recommend if you've never heard of this or read it and you like a good hockey male-male romance. Do this by category, I guess, because next I'll talk about another hockey romance, which is one of my literal favorite books that I've read this year, and one of my favorite books in general at this point, and that is Home Game by Odette Stone. So I first heard of this from Cheyenne, from That Tall Book Girl. She recommended it on Instagram and was talking about how amazing it was. This is a different cover than what I originally saw, but I just got this off Amazon and I actually love this cover a lot more. The one is just like abs, which I like abs cover, but that one, it made me think it was a baseball romance, and I have no idea why. But anyways, regardless, this is between a homeless at the beginning girl, very tiny, dresses very gothic, very on edge, and a hockey star in Vancouver, Canada. So based in Canada. She has no idea who he is because she doesn't care about sports, doesn't care about hockey, and they are sitting in a coffee shop separately, and he is struggling with his taxes, and she's like comes over, helps him because she's like insanely smart and really good with math, and he's like impressed. He's like, holy crap. He's not thinking like, oh, she's so hot, I want to get with her. He's not thinking anything like that. He's just like, damn, like I need this help, and I wasn't expecting this from this like little goth girl. So anyways, he really asked her to like stay and help him, and she's getting to the point where in her mind she's like, you know, the homeless shelter is gonna close, like I have to go if I'm gonna stay anywhere tonight. But he agrees or offers to drive her to the homeless shelter, but he doesn't know that's where she's going. But she gets there and she's like, damn it, it's closed, like, you know, and he's like, you know, you can come stay at my house, and she's like, for what? Like, I'm not having sex with you. And he's like, what? No. Like, I just know you don't have anywhere to stay. But in his mind, because we get both of their POVs, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we do, definitely. Yeah, he is like, you know, I could definitely just buy her a hotel room. Why am I having her come back to my house? There's something about her, and it niggles in the back of his mind, and he, you know, he's intrigued. So this is their love story. I'm not going to go into all the like details of it. There is sort of a my golden retriever puppy just trying to eat my tripod. Great. There is a kind of subplot within this that's somebody trying to potentially harm her in some capacity or harm him. But yeah, it just was insanely enjoyable. Like, I couldn't have enjoyed it more. It flew by and I just couldn't recommend it enough. So thank you, Cheyenne, for showing me this book originally. Go into another oldie but goodie. So this is a series. Let me just start off by saying that it's a series. I do not like the series. Like, I've never picked up any of the other books and I don't want to, just from what I've heard, and I didn't need more leaving this book. I didn't. Anyways, it's by, I think it's Lisa, or maybe it's Lissa K. Adams, but it's the Bromance Book Club. So I read this one also, again, years ago. I think, when did this come out? Came out in 2019. Yeah. So 2019, it's been a few years, but this one, the premise is really sweet, interesting, and unique in my opinion. So it's, again, famous baseball player though. He's married. He has 2 little twin daughters, which is adorable. They're kind of having some struggles in the bedroom. She tells him she's always been faking it their whole marriage, and he's like, what the hell? And she's basically saying she wants a divorce. So he finds out that his teammates, some of his teammates, have created what they call the Bromance Book Club, where they read romance novels to try to help their relationships, which, I mean, that premise is just gold. That is so cute. And you know, this book isn't like one of my all-time favorites or anything like that, but the premise is adorable and the story is, you know, good overall. Like, it's not amazing, but it's really enjoyable and fun to read about those different tropes and different like little scenarios. So if that sounds interesting, I would recommend picking it up. I don't think that it'll be like your favorite of all time or anything, but it was really sweet. And the little twin daughters were adorable. And yeah, I like A Marriage in Trouble and I don't feel like I get them enough. So that was really unexpected and really fun. Right, ooh. Oh my god, I almost ruined my nail polish on my toesies. Next we're gonna do football. So I have Candy Steiner's Fair Catch. This is the only physical one in the series that I own, but I have also read Blindside and love. The hero in that is like top tier. So if you haven't heard of her series, what is this series called? I think it's the Red Zone Rivals series. Anyways, they're all football romances. This one, they're actually both football players. She's the only girl on the team. She kind of took over for her brother because her brother got into a very bad physical accident. I think it was a car accident, and you know, he couldn't play anymore. They needed another player on their team, and she's an excellent football player and she's on there. So it's college, so new adult between Zeke and Riley, this one is, and it's just the way that Candy Steiner writes new adult is really good in my opinion, and the chemistry, the banter is really sweet. The whole part of her being like a football player is unique and cool, so I would highly recommend. Blindside is definitely my favorite though, just solely for that hero. Like, wow. Also, we love like little damaged, you know, characteristics. A lot of the people in these books, a lot of the characters in these books do have little things that make them stand out in your mind, so I would highly recommend. And I'm sorry that I don't remember what the series is called. Okay, so the only one that I have on my list that I don't physically own is Waking Olivia by Elizabeth O'Rourke. This is a college runner's romance. So she's like a cross country or track star or something, I don't know, but she has some PTSD and therefore causes her to sleep run, which she knows about but she can't really do anything about. She's not in therapy or anything, so she got kicked off of her old team because she got into a fight with one of the other girls, I think. So she's at this new college. Her new track coach is like, you know, being really hard on her because he's like, I know why you're here, like I know your potential and you're not showing me that potential. What's going on? And she doesn't want to tell him about the sleep running. So this is their romance. It's forbidden because of course he's her coach, and there's a lot for them to figure out and discover, and it takes a while for them to like bend to their little desires, I guess. And the ending was great. I love Elizabeth O'Rourke's writing. If you haven't read any of her books yet, please do. She's one of my favorite authors at this point, and this one was really good. It's not my all-time favorite by Elizabeth O'Rourke, but it's amazing. On my list, guys, because I feel like I'm gonna pass out for some reason. Like, I don't know, I can't breathe, but it's Flawless by Elsie Silver. If you haven't heard of this book, then I just don't even understand how, but it's Flawless. It's like a bull rider, so that's a sport, right? He's a bull rider. She is this little firecracker, was hired by her dad's firm to kind of babysit him because he got in trouble with some sponsors for saying some shitty things regarding one of the sponsors, like about one of the sponsors or something. Not directly, but you know, it wasn't great and he got some bad publicity. So she's there to babysit. She goes on the farm. It's very steamy, very hot. Their banter is great. Their chemistry is palpable, if you will. And yeah, the bull riding scenes were super fun, hot, interesting, different. It's Canadian based. There's a scene with some chaps. I think that if you haven't given this series a try, which I do know this series name, it's the Chestnut Hill series, you should. I like Elsie Silver. I definitely think she's better now. I read her, I might have been one of her earliest books, and I did not love it. Didn't hate it, but didn't love it. But this is leagues better and above that one. And plus, these books are stunning. I love the covers, and there's so many beautiful alternate covers as well. Jealous. But yeah. This one's great. There are a bunch more sports romances I could talk about and I have read, but these are just some of my all-time favorites. If you want to see like another sports romance recommendations in the future, I can, you know, put another one together, but this was super fun to film. I love sports and now it's turning into fall and I can't wait for like football season. I'm a huge Steelers fan, so go Steelers. And, you know, also obviously rooting for my son. Wish him a happy birthday for me. And until next time, guys, thank you. Bye.